What is good, Facebook, YouTube? What is good? Welcome into another show. Once again, I'm your host, Tavares Wilson. As you all know by now, I always get the last word. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Try to get my camera back working here. All right, there we go. So, welcome in to another show once again, guys. My apologies for not being here last week. I was on a vacation, didn't have any connection or service, Wi-Fi, anything like that overseas. Went on a cruise. Yeah, if you ever been on a cruise, you know how that goes. Like, there's no connection at all whatsoever. But I'm back. There's a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about. A lot of it has transpired in the NBA world and the sports world, period. And I want to get into it. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. Me yet again, though. So before we get into anything, first, a little housekeeping, man. Y'all be sure to hit like, subscribe on the channel, man. Hit that bell notification, be notified when, as well as the fact that I am also on other platforms such as Facebook, such as TikTok, such as Instagram. Follow me anywhere, Last Word Productions. But nonetheless, man, Breeze, how you been, my boy? How everything?
Shit, man, I'm chilling. What's the word, brother? How you feeling?
Good, man. I'm good. Can't complain. Can't complain. So. Before we get into anything right now, for those who aren't tuning into the games, it's currently 25-19 on my end right now for the New York Knicks. I may be a little behind because I am watching on stream. So Knicks are up. They're looking to close out tonight's series all together with another sweep. And right now, the Knicks are on the heater, man. They've won 10 straight games. They've had a point differential of 227 last I checked in that 10-game stretch. And it's one of the best stretches in not only NBA history and along with team history, but it's one of the best sports stretches a team we've seen amongst any team across any sport. So my question for you, Breeze, to start off, kick off the show: do you believe the Knicks are high rolling their way into a championship at this point?
Definitely. Um, I think around this time last year they were on a very good pace. In the semifinals they knocked off my Celtics after Jason Tatum had the injury, and they just ran into a well-oiled machine in Indiana. I think last year was that how every team has to have that experience to get over the hump. If this is the year they win, then that last year's loss in the conference finals was that wake up moment for them. It's crazy that it happened in the playoffs because I don't know if you remember throughout the season, people were talking about blowing it up. They were talking about trading Cat. Speculations on when that salary cap go up. Jalen Brunson going to be eligible for like that $300 million contract, not like $400 million, I think. Like it was just a bunch of stuff going on with the Knicks, and now you feel me? They finally got it together. They've been together long enough, so now that they got it rolling, the next step is to win the championship, man. And they up 3-0. They in prime position.
Okay. Well, as far as this series is concerned, this series is over. As far as I can tell, I have no reason to believe the Cavs will become the first team in NBA history to come back from down 0-3. I just don't see that happening, especially with how minuscule the effort seems to be to me on the defensive side of the ball. Even this game, as we speak, I mean, the Knicks have 10 fast break points versus the Cavs, I think, three. The Cavs have not been keyed in on that end of the floor. Even when you watch these games, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, they seem to just go at these guys each and every chance they get, and they're both getting crucified. And the Knicks right now, as it just stands, man, they're the hottest team in the league, bro. They're the best defensive rated team in the league, number one defense in the playoffs thus far. They're playing well. I'm supremely impressed with Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges because they're playing etching into roles that a lot of people didn't think they were capable of doing or had the mental capacity of doing. Because a lot of people thought the biggest reason why Cat left the Timberwolves was because he had to be the guy, or him and Jalen, I mean, not Jalen, but Anthony Edwards were bumping heads, or it was a possibility that couldn't work. Well, for me and what I can see, as far as I can tell, Cat has no problem taking a backseat to a better player because he doesn't seem to be frustrated. He doesn't seem to be just taking reckless shots or careless shots or looks. Yeah, he gets in foul trouble from time to time, but that's not because of lack of engagement. That's just because he sometimes he just overplays or he just gets away from his fundamentals. And with all that being said, it's impressive that a player his caliber, a guy that's was started as one of the better centers in the league, can take the step back that he has because he's not even taking half the shots he probably could have been taking with his contract and his demand. So I'm impressed from that standpoint because it's working for the team, and there seems to be no selfishness right now. Whoever's scoring, whoever's hot, that's who got the ball. Like, and that's how you win championships, bro. That's how you win games. That's how you win championships. And that's ultimately how you become a better team, but that camaraderie. Because at the end of the day, if you ain't got it going, somebody else got to get it going. And I just view this team right now as the best well-oiled machine in the league currently. I'm not sure it would lead them to an NBA title because I just think both the Spurs and OKC, whoever they run into, I just believe both teams are just simply better. Now, coaching can, swear that one way or the other, depending on how you feel about Mike Brown. But I believe, I believe the coaching staffs across the boards right now, as far as those three teams go, are pretty even killed. Miss Johnson still has things to prove. He's young. He's extremely gifted, minded coach, but we got to see. At the end of the day, though, I do think, at the very least, I think the Knicks are rolling into the finals, and I think they're going to be a tough out because they're just on this high horse right now. But as far as the Cavs are concerned, though, Breeze, what do you go from here? Because truth be told, I mean, I don't see how else they can improve the current they have. I mean, you have a lot of money tied into a lot of players. You don't have that much young talent, and you got a lot of veterans who are pretty much, they are who they are. So if you're the Cavs, what do you go from here, Breeze?
I think right now you're in win now mode. That's the reason you gave up Darius Garland. Um, I think because we think it's inevitable at this point. We think the series is pretty much over. Like you said, bro, no team has ever come back from 0-3. Um, so when they do lose, it's time to do some soul searching, man. You like you said, you got a lot of money tied up in players. Jared Allen's making big money. Evan Mobley's making big money. James Harden, I think he has a player option. Donovan Mitchell's making big money. Then you have your young talent on the bench. So I don't see the core breaking up. Um, I don't see that core breaking up. So they're gonna have some questions, bro. I say you run it back one more year with that core. Maybe you fill out the bench and add, more complementary pieces to benefit what you have going on. Because right now, the bench and the cohesion of the team isn't looking like a championship caliber team. Yeah, this looks like a team that can coast through the regular season, but getting to the playoffs and winning big, it doesn't look like it. So I say at the end of the season, man, they got to do some soul searching, go all in for one next year, and if it doesn't work, you blow it up after that. That's my assessment of it, bro.
Okay. Uh, for me personally, man, I view it as this, bro. Like, I agree. I think they should try to run it back one more year. And I'm not sure if you're froze on your end, but you froze on mine. So try to pause your camera and then put it back on. Yeah, you froze on my end. I don't know why. But as I was saying though, at the end of the day, bro, this is a team that's built to win now, or supposedly like how you alluded to, it's a lot of money tied in, and I just don't know what direction you go in terms of what's best for the team as it's currently constructed. I think there's too much assets that's been dished out and given out for you to just give up on it after a year. So I do agree. I think them fleshing out their bench, bringing in some more shooting because outside of Max Struess on a good night and Sam Merrill on a really good night, I mean you've got nothing. So I think at some point they got to bring in some 3D guys on the wing to play the perimeter because they don't really have much from that, and you can never use too many 3D players. If you're just being honest. And to top that off, they I think they need. I think they need more out of the current players that they're currently running, man. I think Evan Mobley needs to take a step. I don't think he's bad by any means. I think Evan Mobley's good, but he doesn't look like this DPOY winner to me. I mean, I get it. He won it as a runner up basically because Victor Wembanyama got hurt that year. We all knew he was going to run away with the award, but he doesn't look like a DPOY caliber guy. His offensive game is streaky every night. Then you turn around, you got Jared Allen, who's there as what he is, but what else are you getting from your front court players? You're not, to me, you're not getting enough consistency from those guys, and you damn sure not getting it from your back court because it was some nights, man, that James Harden was unplayable, and then you got some moments and stretches in the game where Donovan Mitchell just refuses to shoot the damn ball for whatever reason. And both guys, they're not capable fucking defenders either. So not only are they holding you back at times on the offensive end, but they're not getting no stops on the defensive end. They got to really key in and lock in, man, if they want this team to take that next step because it's just not looking good right now, bro. Like in terms of the want to be good enough or great enough, I should say, to get to that next level. It just doesn't look like that's what it can be or they can get from this. Currently playing at the level they're playing at and currently constructed. But anything else you want to add about the series, Breeze, before we move on?
No, but like I said, man, I think at this point, bro, the core is the core. If you really want to get, if you really think you can mortgage your future into a title next year, Milwaukee was interested in Evan Mobley for Giannis. If you think Giannis is that missing piece for you to win right now, I'm not saying long term because long term, I say maybe Giannis has maybe 3 more elite years left before that decline starts because his game is basically his athleticism, and I think with the injuries piling up and everything, you can see that nuclear athleticism start to wane. Um, if you think that a core of Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and Giannis is better than the core of Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and Evan Mobley, then I say you pull the trigger on it and you bring in Giannis if you're serious about winning now, which they should be serious about winning now because all the money spread out and everything. This isn't a fucking team on the come up. This team is set in stone. They are what they are at this point. I don't see anybody on the Cavs getting better than what they are right now. Um, so yeah, man. Other than that, Milwaukee was interested in Mobley for Giannis. So if you feel like Mobley isn't the guy to lead you to the promised land, I say you go mortgage your franchise for those 3 years for Giannis, man.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. That's for sure. If I wouldn't be against them doing it if I was them. If I was a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, I'd egg it on. But moving on to the next series, though, we got OKC versus the Spurs. As we all know, it's tied 2-2 currently right now. The Spurs they did win their last outing out in San Antonio by 20 points, and they look damn good doing it, man. And Victor Wembanyama looked damn good playing in terms of his presence on the floor overall. Like whether it was offensively, attacking the glass, getting open looks, consistently playing from the free throw line down, attacking the rim. He looked like a more aggressive, assertive player that we expected from him this series because whenever you see Chet, man, it's like when it's kind of similar to when Tom Brady used to speak about going up against other elite quarterbacks, where he said that it felt more personal to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's kind of like you kind of get that same vibe from Victor and beyond when we see Chet Holmgren. And right now, as it stands right now, man, this is anyone's series, bro. But I want to get your thoughts before we get into the series itself, Breeze, on the Tony Brothers news that I've seen that I sent to the group. Basically, for those who don't know, Tony Brothers has been suspended for the remainder of the OKC and Spurs series. He will not be officiating that game or that series, I should say, any longer.
I think that was a troll page, bro.
It was?
I
You
think it
sure?
was, I think it was a troll page, bro.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Well,
But
nonetheless,
speaking of them though,
I'm about to say, nonetheless, though, I do want to get your thoughts on the officiating altogether, and how do you think it's been handled thus far, and
man,
even how do you think it can be handled if you think it could be fixed?
man, it's some shit, dog. But before we get into that, man, hey, Jaylen Brown was right, man. People call my nigga Jaylen Brown salty, man. He was naming officials. He spoke about Tony Brothers
Uh,
too, bro.
but I never said the man was wrong. I just think it was crazy to go out direct players the way he did. I thought that was crazy. That's what
Fuck
I did.
that. Fuck that. I don't sneak this, man. I'm putting names, I'm tagging niggas. Hey, but look, Tony Brothers gave him a tech for just violently clapping, bro. The same way they kicked Tim Duncan off the bench for laughing, bro. They gave my nigga a tech for just for clapping, bro. But I think the officiating in this series it has been bad, and I think the officials made a conscious effort that last game to let a lot of shit go because they have been letting a lot of shit go on Oklahoma City's behalf. Like people can say, hey, this is just typical 90s basketball and all that shit, but nah, they weren't letting them niggas play 90s basketball on both behalves. Like that's not what the fuck was going on. Like SGA is literally you breathe on that nigga is flying, bro. Like
I'm about
you
to say,
remember that
yeah,
scene?
yeah, got some bullshit the other night, man.
You remember that scene in Boys in the Hood when Ricky got shot? How he flew?
Yeah.
That's literally SGA, bro. When you buy that nigga Doom, like, bro, I'm like, come on, man. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. And they letting Hartenstein grab Wemby's arms. Bro, they just letting a lot of stuff go on Oklahoma City's behalf, bro. And I don't like it. If they want to play, if they want to muck up the series, bro, then let both teams play that brand of basketball. But when you're allowing Oklahoma City to do that shit, and then when it's time to foul Oklahoma City, bro, you're literally just calling the game in the worst possible way like ever, bro. I haven't seen a whistle this bad since that 2006 Mavs and Heat series, bro. Like there was literally like, bro, that was the worst officiating I've ever seen, and this is slowly taking the crown because SGA, bro, he's literally jumping and then just falling or leaning into people. Like, bro, he can shoot a pull up jump shot and he's gonna fall face forward into you, and you're gonna get called for a foul. De'Aaron Fox literally moved to the side of him and just watched the man go up, and they called a foul, bro.
Yeah.
And it's utter fucking ridiculous, bro. And the only way I see them fixing this shit, bro, suspend somebody. I mean, bro, if the flop is that egregious, bro, suspend them. The same way you see how Draymond got his act together in the playoffs when they suspended him against the Cavs in the finals.
Mm.
Or eventually he just got back on bullshit. But for a little while after that, bro, he was on his best behavior. I would suspend one of them niggas, bro.
Mm.
I don't give a fuck about the ratings or none of that stuff. I will suspend SGA for doing that bullshit. I will. I will heavily fine him. Because bro, it's ridiculous, bro. It's literally ridiculous, man. I can see like if someone was literally out there trying to hurt SGA, bro, it looks like someone is physically trying to harm him the way he falls and flails and flops, bro. Like you would think someone's literally trying to hurt the man, bro. And he would be on the ground looking at you like, damn, bro, I can't believe you just did that to me. Like when nobody touches him, bro. Like and then the offensive fouls as well, bro. Like the push off. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who see it, bro.
No, it's there. I mean, he does the James Harden too, where he's tucking guys' arms around his, or he's like wrapping their arms around his to create contact. Like he does it, and what makes it disappointing is, man, like, bro, you're too good of a player, bro, to have to resort to these methods time and time again. And I know people gave James Harden a lot of flake for it. No denying that. The difference for me with SGA is, bro, like you're on a team that's well off and good enough to win without any of this bullshit. And now it's bleeding into the entire team because you see everyone doing it, whether it's Chet Holmgren, whether it's Casey Wallace, Hardenstein, whether it's I mean, J Dub when he plays, like, bro, it's so many other guys on the roster doing it too, and like they just seem to know they get away with it, and like it's blended into the culture now. And The only way I can see it being fixed is by three methods, and they have to be in correspondence with each other. The first thing I say, the referees have to start getting fined or suspended. Like when the NBA reviews these games and they look back at some of these calls, if they see a blatant call that should have been called a flop or instead of a foul, or that was a blatant flop missed, or a guy jumped in to a guy to get a foul that was too so blatant to the point that how the hell you did not call that, you need to start finding and suspending these refs. So therefore, these flop calls can start actually being called because you putting heat on the fire of the dudes who actually officiate the game. And from there, if it continues, and then that's where I agree with you. You suspend niggas because that's the only way it will stop. You have to implement the actual rules of flopping and to prevent it, and then make it a suspendable or finable offense to this point. Because at this point, what they've been doing has simply just hasn't worked, bro. Like it worked for like the first month and a half it was implemented, and after that, that was it. They got to actually start making people pay prices, bro. Whether it's actual fines or whether it's missing games, something has to be done. And I don't think nothing will change until it gets to that extreme because a lot of guys they don't see the harm in it, so of course they will keep doing this. Get them to the free throw line. Why not? But at the end of the day, bro, that's to me, in my personal opinion, I think that the NBA needs to buckle down on it for real. Because at some point, bro, you got to look at it and say this isn't our brand. This isn't basketball. This is just you feel me to be active now here. Like at some point, you got to sit down and just say, yeah, bro, this has to stop.
Yeah, bro, it's literally just a bunch of flopping, dog.
Yeah, and as far as the basketball series go, though, are you still confident in your Spurs taking this in seven? Take.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I still got him. 1 second, bro. Hello, hello.
Well, he's still.
Seven. I do think defensively they have Oklahoma City's number. But eventually it'll all come down to, bro, the refereeing and everything that's going on, bro. I definitely, yeah, bro. Anyway, eventually it'll all come down to, bro, the officiating. If they officiate it fairly, like if you want to play physical ball, if you want to do whatever you want to do, bro, if they allow them both to play that brand of basketball, I do think the Spurs have the edge because they have Wemby in the middle. I understand Oklahoma City has Chet, but at this point, Chet is not the factor that Victor Wembanyama is. I know people trying to make it a rivalry like, oh, it's Chet versus Wemby. Nah, it looks like it's more of a Chet versus SGA type thing because Chet is literally just along for the ride, bro. Like he just second, third fiddle, bro. Victor Wembanyama is the superior defender on the perimeter and in the paint. And he's negating a lot of shots that Oklahoma City wants to make. Oklahoma City has to play Golden State Warrior basketball if they want to beat them. They have to shoot a lot of threes because the paint is held down. So if the officiating remains the way it is, like, you know, you play the consistent whistle, you allow them to play physical basketball. You're not just bailing out SGA for flooding all over the place, bro. We see what he is when he doesn't get all those calls. You see how he looks, and he looks pretty pedestrian. So if you keep it in that manner, then yeah, I still stick with my Spurs in seven. I think Spurs in six if you keep the whistle consistent. But if you're just gonna reward the bullshit and you're just gonna allow them to literally just hack on one side, bro, then Oklahoma City is gonna take it. But for me, I still believe Spurs in seven at the end of the day.
Okay. Well, it's a long series, man. We're gonna see how we know it's gonna go to six at the very least. We'll see how it'll work out in either one of the team's favors once game five come around. And for me personally, man, I picked OKC to win this series in seven. So I'm gonna stick by my guns. I think OKC still wins the series in seven. I think J Dub eventually will return to the lineup and will play. Not sure when that will be, but the hamstrings are becoming an issue, and it has to get to a point where he can be healthy enough to play because they're going to need to win the series, bro. I mean, outside of SGA and AJ, I mean, I know AJ Mitchell got hurt too. Not AJ Mitchell. What's his name? AJ.
Yeah,
Is it
AJ
AJ?
Mitchell.
Oh, it is. Okay, my bad. I was confusing him with a football player too. But I know he got hurt as well. So they got to depend more on Casey Wallace or you know a lot of other guys, the other Jay Williams, and it's a lot of guys who got to come in as minutes have to step up. McCain is another guy, but they need the other start creator, bro. And people feel however they want to feel about Chet. Chet is not it, like not right now. I think Chet's talented. I think he can play, but he just does not have the aggressive nature or the mindset to go out and get his own. Like he has to rely on other people. And when you only got one pure shot creator on your team in SGA, he struggles to get himself going because he can't get to the line or he can't get it within 12, 15 feet of the basket. You're gonna have a long night, bro. And that's what happened in game 4. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough sledding if they can't get J Dub back on the floor because he's their aggressor in terms of like, penetrating the paint and stuff like that. So he has to come back, in my opinion, for this to be a more even kill series. But with all that being said, though, what has impressed you the most about the Spurs, though, bro? Like I know you picked them to win the series, but what has impressed you the most about them?
Just the fact that, bro, they're playing beyond what they are right now. Like they don't look like a young team.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Victor Wembanyama being the oldest player, I mean, yeah, Victor Wembanyama other than De'Aaron Fox, but your core nucleus of the future. Because honestly, I don't think they bring back De'Aaron Fox. I think the emergence of Dylan Harper is eventually gonna push De'Aaron Fox out the door because when Steph Castle is ready for an extension, they're gonna extend him. Vassell, they're gonna extend Vassell. They're gonna extend Dylan Harper. They're gonna keep all these guys. So I think with their core being so young, De'Aaron Fox is kind of the odd man out in a sense. Which don't get me wrong, he's still a huge contributor, but I don't see him as being on the future of the Spurs. I think that core is really going to be Dylan Harper, Steph Castle, and Wemby. So with your core, your nucleus being so young, and your coach being so young, for you to go on a run that you literally went on, like first round, second round, now you're in the conference finals, you're tied up against a juggernaut in Oklahoma City and the reigning defending MVP, defending champs and everything. They aren't looking like a young team. Like this isn't looking like Wemby's first playoff run. In a sense, okay, in a sense, yeah, he's still getting adjusted to, getting hacked and fouled and everything. But the way he's approaching the game, the aggression, the shot making, like the lights don't look too bright for him. Like we've seen him have games where I remember that game, I think he had like maybe 11 or 12 points, but you remember he had like he had like 12, 13 blocks. Like
Mm-hmm.
when one thing isn't working for him, he doesn't just shy off and disappear like a Chet Holmgren. Like I expect Chet to play how Wemby is playing right now because he's been in multiple playoff series. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
But this looks like the way Wemby and Chet are playing, it looks complete opposite. Like this looks like it's Chet's first playoff series. Wemby, if the shot isn't falling, Wemby is on the rebounding. Wemby had a game with 24 rebounds. Wemby had a game with 12 blocks. Like he's playing out his mind right now. Dylan Harper and Steph Castle, they're not afraid, bro. They're not. The moment isn't too bright for them, and it's exciting. Mitch Johnson, you can tell he's cut from the Belichick, Popovich and Belichick, the same person. I ain't gonna lie, but
Same personal.
yeah, literally the same person. Like, bro, you can tell he's cut from that tree. Like coaches like him, Joe Mazzulla, like you can tell these guys, bro. First playoff runs, bro. They're not afraid to like. He's yelling at Wemby. He's yelling at Dylan Carter. Like he's yelling at everybody. Like he's like, yo, let's get fired up. Let's do this. Like he doesn't seem like a rookie coach. Like he looked like he's been there and he's done that, bro. So I think their future is really set for the future. And I like what they have, bro. I'm really shocked because this doesn't look like a young team in their first conference finals, bro. It doesn't. This looks like a vet team, bro. And I don't think I've ever seen this before from a young team that hasn't done anything yet. They look like so much of a cohesive unit, bro. You can't tell that they're actually a young team and this is their first conference run.
Right. Uh, what impressed me the most about them, I agree with your sentiment that they seem to be a supremely calm and controlled under everything that's going on, the brightest light so far throughout their careers and things of that nature. I agree wholeheartedly with that. But what has impressed me as well, just as much, is the defense, man. I mean, they are playing, and Steph Castle specifically, bro. Like, they are playing some of the best defense that I've seen on a team of this caliber in a long time, bro. Like, it's tough for everyone to get a bucket. Like, not even just SGA. I'm talking about, yeah, you got Williams, Jay Williams, who's shooting open threes here and there, but Alex Caruso didn't take a shot the other night until 2 minutes at the end of the third quarter. I mean, you feel me? Casey Wallace doesn't even look to shoot the ball. Chet Holmgren doesn't want to shoot the ball. You know, outside of SGA, and it's been tough slam for him these last couple of games, bro. They don't seem confident shooting the ball to me right now, bro. And AJ Mitchell was hurt. You know, that was another guy who, you feel me, could come in and give you some quick points because he has a quick heater, but just right now, dog, it does not look like this team is confident, and it has a lot to do with the Spurs defense. And Steph Castle, Dylan Harper, Devin Vassell, what they're doing on the perimeter, the SGA throwing multiple bodies and different looks at them, it's been working. And Victor Wembanyama, we all know who Victor Wembanyama is at this point. I mean, he's the best rim protector in the league by far. He's the best defender in the league. So I'm not surprised when he does something phenomenal on the defensive end. It's just when you add that on top of Steph Castle, you feel me? You add that on top of Devin Vassell, you add that on top of Dylan Harper, who are all playing well on that end. It's tough, bro. And I'm like extremely impressed. But Mike, what's up, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. How y'all boys doing, man?
Good, man. I'm good. We was over here talking about the Spurs, Thunder, and what has impressed you the most.
Yeah, for sure. I would say just stay composure. Like, we've all seen the bad calls, we've all seen the foul baiting. And I think their ability to play through that and not get caught up in arguing with the refs every play or not get caught up in complaining has allowed them to have a game like they had game four where they can bounce back in a must win game and just play through, like ignore the fouls, ignore all the other stuff, and just play ball. And unfortunately, for the rest of the league, they're the only team in the league other than OKC that has that quantity of two-way players. So that's why you see, like you said, a Stephon Castle or Vassell or those guys who are versatile defenders as well, be the only team that really seems to be able to bother OKC offensively because nobody else has that many two-way players. And I think it's a good thing for basketball overall to kind of bring back that other end of the floor to show the defense still matters. But it's definitely bad news for the rest of the league because nobody else other than San Antonio can really stop them, in my opinion.
Okay, so right before we get into the next topic, Mike, we did discuss the New York Knicks and Cleveland Cavaliers series as well. And I had asked Breeze, like, what do you believe the Knicks are high rolling or playing their way into an NBA championship at this point, let alone making the finals?
I think it depends on who makes the finals. If I don't think they can beat San Antonio, I think they can beat OKC. I don't think they can beat San Antonio, just because San Antonio plays consistent. Like I said, more two-way players, and then with the injuries now to OKC, JW being out and all of that, I think the Knicks will have a better chance against them than they would against a healthy Spurs team right now. Even with De'Aaron Fox kind of in and out, and Harper missing some time, look, the rest of that game, whatever the case is, I think they'd have a better shot against OKC because then you could go score for score. They'd probably be high-scoring games. It would depend on their turnover stuff. But I think with the new way that they're playing with Cat running the offense and them running it through him, and a point forward type of demographic, I think that bodes better for them to play OKC than it does the Spurs. I don't think he'll be effective against Wimby at all. So that's just my opinion.
Okay. Uh, I mean, with all that being said, man, I think at the end of the day, I think the Spurs are impressing a lot of people right now. They're putting a lot of people on notice. I mean, we all knew they were good, but I don't think people knew that the Spurs were this good because of the fact that we all thought they was going to be a year away, even though they finished this regular season strong. But we all thought, the age and the inexperience was going to play a factor at some point. And right now, it's not playing a factor at all. And in my personal opinion, it's just beautiful to watch right now because I love seeing young teams prosper as well as the fact that I don't. I even though I pick OKC to win the series, I would love to be wrong about them winning the series because I don't like all this flopping shit, man. I don't like it's not basketball, bro. Like it's just not, dog. And hopefully, the Spurs can prove me wrong. We'll see. But with all that being said, I do want to speak on some football, man. Let's speak on Jack Campbell inking a 4-year, $81 million deal with the Lions. I did not see the guarantees. So if y'all know the guarantees or if y'all just look them up real quick, that'd be good. But as far as the deal goes itself, I was wishing Gino could be here. He could probably get more insight on it. But Breeze, I'll start with you, my boy. What you think about Jack Campbell's $81 million deal to stay with the Lions?
Um, I didn't really get a chance to look into it, like as far as what's the going rate for linebackers at that point. But I do believe he's been a pivotal piece for them. He's been very, very solid in his role for them. And I think they'll be fools to let him go. Um with their defense having so much injuries, I remember Gino telling me, Kirby was fucked up.
Mm.
Hutch is still showing the little signs of rust coming back from that injury, even though he was balling, but he still needs some time to actually shake back from that injury, having that whole leg injury, which was gruesome to watch. Best wishes to him. And Terry and Arnold, he looks like he's just more invested into his podcast at this point, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he be getting cooked out there.
Yeah,
I
he do.
think like I ain't gonna lie, that man be getting roasted, man. He be getting cooked. But I think re-signing Campbell was important, bro, because he's a pivotal piece of your defense. Your signal caller, man. You need that guy, the alpha on your defense. And I think with Kirby Joseph being out, he's gonna be that guy that steps in and steadies the storm for them. Now, defense is a team game. You need all 11 people to be on a cohesive unit, but I do think that Jack Campbell is the guy who's going to keep everybody set on that defense. So I like the deal, bro. You'll never go wrong with signing proven commodities, and I don't see any decline in his game anytime soon. And the Lions are going to need him. Now, he's going to have to show that he's worth that contract, but has he played up to the metric of that contract? He's definitely have. But moving forward, he got a ball, bro, because too many injuries on the Lions defense, bro. Too many what ifs. Too many, bro. Way too many.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
Who got the deal? I heard the terms, but who got the deal?
Jack Campbell, the linebacker for the Lions.
Okay, the middle linebacker. He was all pro, I believe, this year, so he deserved the money. It wasn't crazy, crazy bread, so I ain't too much mad about the money and the terms. I think he can keep excelling and becoming better. If he gets better in coverage, he'll probably be one of the top 5 linebackers in the league. I think at the middle linebacker spots, you really got like Fred, Roquan, and a couple others, so he could have a chance to put his name up in the upper echelon to kind of take over the defense. And also help Aiden Hutchinson out because he can't do it by himself. So I think it's a good signing. Smart by them not to wait till the last year, the last availability possible to sign him. How some teams do. We ain't gonna talk about them, but they got it done early, so they actually saves them money in the long run. If he has another All Pro year, you didn't really save about 20, 30 million overall. So I think it's a good signing.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I think it's a good signing. I think he's one of the better sideline to sideline backs. He's, puts his foot in the ground. You feel me, blitz holes that he see. You feel me? He's a guy that's pretty much a heat seeking missile at this point. I do think he can be better in coverage, but I don't think he's bad in coverage. I think he's decent, but it's definitely room to grow there. And in terms of the contract itself, I think it's worth it, man. I mean, it's a little over 20 million annually. It's not crazy. It's been linebackers have been paid more, and he's an all-pro caliber guy. So I think at the end of the day, I think it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal for both sides, not just for him, but the team as well. As well as the fact that I think this is what you need to do when you're trying to showcase that you grow talent, that you homegrown talent you got to keep. A lot of teams be having these guys grow and become better players, and a lot of them let them walk. You got to show that you're willing to keep the guys that you literally, you feel me, grew into the player they are today. So you will help into the player they are today. So I like the move for sure. But Quick update for the game. For those who not tuning in, it is 64-45 right now. The Knicks are up, and it's under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. We're about to be at half, so it's. I mean, if things stay the way they are, man, it's gonna be the Knicks in the finals since 1999, bro. And it's oh man, if I was seeing this on Instagram so much, dog, if New York wins the finals, bro, New York is literally going to explode. Like it's gonna be a war out there, bro. Literally. But y'all got anything else on the air before we move on?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna say they definitely deserve it though, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They deserve it, bro. New York been some shit for a while. They've been some shit for a while, and they definitely got dealt an odd hand, bro. Like, think about it. When they put that, think about when they had Carmelo, bro. They gutted the roster to get Carmelo when they could have literally got Carmelo the next year and kept that roster intact. Then they literally put everything together. Amari Stoudemire was getting hurt. Tyson Chandler was getting hurt. Melo was getting hurt. Like, bro, they had a shitty hand for a while. Then they went through the whole rebuild phase. Kristaps Porzingis was supposed to be the next. Yeah. He was Wemby before Wemby. And it didn't pan out because he got the ACL tear and everything. Then they went on a decline where they had fucking Cleanthony early and goddamn fucking, bro, they was some ass, bro. But hey, if they make a finals run, bro, they deserve it because they was some shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Congratulations, New York, but y'all was some shit, boy.
Yeah, they was. I mean, and we can't. That's when they was trying to make it work. J.R. Smith, Mon Shumpert,
they had a squad, though, bro. That was a squad.
They was trying to make it work, man. But it just never panned out. And this time around, it like it can. So if there's any year they could do it, this is the year, bro. We're gonna see. But more on football. Matt Stafford did also sign a year extension worth $55 million. And this was a move that was being hinted at since the end of last season. So not surprised at all by the move. What are your thoughts on it, Mike? What you got? Mike there? I don't think he that way. What you think about it, Breeze?
I hate it, bro. Because this is some dumb, stupid, goofy ass shit by the Rams. Number one, you're bringing back Matt Stafford. I don't have a problem with bringing back Matt Stafford, by the way. But last year, for the people who may not know football, how close were the Rams to a Super Bowl last year?
Shit, fuck a game away. There was a quarter away. A play. Really.
Literally a play. And in this draft, how much talent was in this draft that literally was at Matt Stafford's disposal?
I really thought that was going to take the tight end from Oregon.
I thought they was going to get T.
I thought
Stafford would have made him Megatron 2.0. They could have went and got Mekhi Lemon. Hell, they could have went and got another offensive lineman. They could have did anything in the world. It's so many. The Rams don't have that many holes on the team, but they do have a lot of things that they can improve on. See, when I look at the Rams, bro, I do see some trouble in the offensive line. You can draft something there. You can plug in a hole. You can do something there. I do see the running back position is kind of it's lukewarm. But when you got Matt Stafford, a guy who can literally go nuclear, he can compensate for that deficiency that running back. Because Kyron Williams, bro, he's solid, bro, but he has a lot of work to do with that fumbling problem.
They got they believe in their running back duo because they like Blake Corum a lot too. So
I like Blake Corum too, but bro, Kyron Williams and Blake Corum ain't the answer to a Super Bowl right now. They not. Then, okay, on the outside, you got Devontae Adams, you got Puka Nacua. You could have went and got Mekhi Lemon. You could have went and got that tight end out of Oregon. Because right now at tight end, I think they have Tyler Higbee. I think.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you had so many ways you could have went to catapult yourself to a Super Bowl. You were literally one play away. One play away. Imagine bringing in a young athletic freak like that with Matt Stafford too. As great as he is, we know Matt Stafford's biggest flaw. When he gets to number one, he spams the fuck out of him. He spammed the Calvin Johnson. He spammed the fuck out of Calvin Johnson. He spammed the fuck out of Cooper Kupp. He spammed the fuck out of Puka. Puka got hurt or was out. he started spamming the fuck out of Tate. Like, bro, once when Stafford lock in on you, bro, that's it. And when you bring in a young tight end like that, you have a centerpiece that can move forward to when Stafford retires. But no, you go and draft Matt Stafford's replacement, who at bare minimum isn't going to see the field for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is what are we doing? What are we doing?
That's like what Gino said, man. He better be Jordan Love. Like, it's not in terms of saying like he better be, a top 3-5 guy. He better be just a damn good quarterback. Cause
Bro, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If the Rams don't win, if the Rams come another play short this year, let's say they make they make it to the NFC Championship, and they come up another play short because let's say a drop pass or whatever.
mm-hmm.
This is gonna be looked at as arguably the worst, bro. It's gonna be terrible. It's literally gonna be terrible because you mortgaged your future. I can see if the Rams didn't make that trade for McDuffie. Because making that trade for McDuffie, bro, told me everything they need to know. They're dead set on getting a Super Bowl in this next year.
Mm-hmm.
Because they mortgaged the future with all that shit. Not only did they send pieces to the Black Magic in Kansas City, they sacrificed themselves. So they literally moved pieces just to bring in Trent McDuffie to, okay, no more fucking around this year. NFC got some dogs. NFC got A.J. Brown. We know A.J. Brown going to the Patriots, but A.J. Brown is there. Devontae Smith is there. Look at what the Seahawks got going on. Look at what the Niners got going on. Look at the Bucks. Look at all these teams. Look at the fucking Panthers. Look at all these teams that have these weapons. We're gonna bring in another corner. We're gonna shore this shit up, and we're gonna make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you make a move like that. That is a Super Bowl altering move, bro. Like the same way when my Colts went and traded for Sauce Gardner, bro. That was on the belief that okay, right now we 7-0. We got everything we need. We trying to make this shit happen right now. We finna make it happen right now. That was a move that they made. So to go draft a developmental guy, bro, is literally fucking crazy. A project. That's what you drafted. You didn't draft a surefire replacement. You drafted a project. And if you don't win a Super Bowl with Matt Stafford, this is going to be looked at as, bro, the biggest fucking what if in NFL history, bro. Because I know that tight end kid from Oregon, he's going to be great because he has the physical tools. And when you have a young player like that who's going to be a sponge, literally, the best thing you can do is pair him with somebody who knows the game. And Matt Stafford knows the game. Sean McVay will have that kid in multiple positions to do great things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, just literally drafting a fucking project quarterback at 11. He was 11, right?
Nah, it was 17.
17, bro, high first round, bro. Drafting the first round, bro. Come on, man. What the fuck we doing, man? What are we doing?
Yeah, I agree.
Stupid ass shit, man.
Mike, you there? I don't know where Mike at, but
I'm here. What's good, bro?
Oh, okay. I was asking like your thoughts on the Matt Stafford extension. You got a 1 year, $55 million extension.
I mean, it's only a year. It ain't really. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it. The shit makes sense. Ty Simpson is not gonna be ready this year. He damn sure won't be ready next year, in my opinion. So you give him 2 years to chill out. You play him the third and fourth year of Matt Stafford to retire at like 40, whatever the fuck he gonna be. And hopefully, the hope is that you don't have any major drop off. There will be drop off because Matt Stafford's the top five quarterback in the league, and obviously you don't expect Ty Simpson to be that out the gate. But 2 years to learn, calm the fuck down, learn pro systems, pro concepts, you would think would help him, and learning from somebody like a Matt Stafford, who's been one of the best at his craft for majority of his NFL career. You would hope, obviously, would help the kid out. So I don't really care too much about it. I mean, that's cool. As a Niners fan, good. Eat up the cap. I hope he get hurt there last year and they don't do shit with him. But, it's just wishful thinking.
With some injury on niggas now, boy. Crazy.
No, I'm saying, hopefully they don't do shit with him. I mean, he could stay healthy. They could just be ass for all I care. I'm cool with that.
All right. But Dash and Squirrel says I can't watch the NBA no anymore. We already know OKC going to the finals because everyone hate them for the script. And he said Shea is soft. But hey man, however you want to feel, bro, my two counterparts here believe the Spurs going to the finals, so we'll see if the script works out in the favor of yours or not. But with all that being said, man, Next thing I do want to speak on before we get into the end of the show segment, I do want to speak on Todd Munkin and his comments in regards to Shador Sanders and the quarterback race right now. He said it is a quarterback battle. I'm not too much believing in it. I think as long as Deshaun Watson's on the roster, I believe Deshaun Watson's going to be the starter. He just makes too much money. I mean,
Got
that's I believe. I mean, do y'all think any differently?
I think he's just taking the politically correct route, bro. Like, you don't want to ruin potentially what could be because God forbid, knock on wood, um if Deshaun Watson just freakishly gets hurt again or something like that, you never know because football is a barbaric sport. So for whatever reason, if Deshaun Watson can't play or he's not ready to go, who's next in line? Shador. You don't want to put that negative energy or that you don't want to lose your backup's confidence or you don't want to lose your next in line's confidence. So I think, he's just saying the right things. But we all know, bro, when you have somebody on that roster, fuck just the quarterback. When you have somebody on the roster making that much money, that generational money, bro, you have to start them. You have to. The only way Deshaun Watson's not going to start is just physically if he can't.
Mm,
And I think he took the right approach with it.
mm,
Literally. I think he learned and saw, Stefanski's mistakes last year with this back and forth and the bullshit and okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, trying to juggle around between two quarterbacks. No. I think he really just, he's playing the politically correct game right now. And that's all you can hope for. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan, bro, he's doing the right thing. Because you don't want that you don't want it to be time for Shador to come in and show what he can do, and his confidence is gone. Even though we know who his dad is, we know he's a confident kid, but at the end of the day, he's still a kid. He's a young man in the NFL, bro. This is the top of the top. This isn't. Psyches are very, 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 very broken easily in professions like this. So you
mm.
know, I think he just played the politically correct game, bro, which I agree with it. Like, that's the thing you want to say. Hey, it's a competition. I love to see what Shador is doing. And that's just it. Don't say, hey, yeah, Watson's our starter, Shador's our backup. No, just say, like, it's a competition. Shador looks great. Deshaun Watson looks great. And when it's time to announce the starters, then you announce the starters. That's it.
Right. Okay. Mike, anything you want to add?
Nah, I just think like we all know this shit. Deshaun in the last year's deal, but he getting paid however many hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. I mean, 40, 50, whatever the fuck it is for this
Yeah.
year. So like Bree said, unless he gets hurt again, he's gonna be the starter. Like they're never gonna accept the fact that that was a horrible investment, and it ended up only being horrible because he got hurt. Obviously, we know that. Can't account for injuries. When you gave him the deal, he was a top five quarterback in the league. They thought it was a steal. We understood it. He went through all the legal shit. Cool. We don't care about that no more. The football aspect, though, he hasn't been good. And I hope for his sake personally that he does play well just because you don't want to see a motherfucker that was top five go out like that. Like back to back Achilles and shit. You don't want to see that kind of shit. But if he can get back to a respectable place or middle of the pack at least, the Browns will feel like they saved face on that investment. And then, you let him go into free agency and let whoever else want to pay him, pay him. You move on with Shador, who else you got. It is what it is. But like Bree said, barring any injury, Deshaun will be the starter, so I'm not really paying attention to what the coach is saying for real.
Okay. All right. I agree with y'all, man. But before we get into our last segment, I do want to ask y'all what are y'all thoughts on the Jackson Dart whole controversy and dealing with Abdul Carter comments along with it as well. And for those who don't know, because this was news to me when I got off my cruise, I didn't see this. Jackson Dart did welcome and open up a what it was a rally for Trump, and Abdul Carter was Jackson Dart's teammate. Both these guys were drafted. You know, they were drafted the same draft class, right?
Abdul went. I think Abdul was number 2, right?
Yeah, Abdul went second. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, because they traded back up for Jackson Dart. Yeah, that's right. So anyway,
Remember I called it, right?
no, you did. But at the end of the
Nigga
day,
always want credit on some shit, boy.
You know it. You motherfucking know it.
I don't blame him, man. When we right, man, we right. You feel me? But at the end of the day, Abdul Carter took exception to this, and I'm not sure how true it is because I didn't fact check. But Will in the chat did say they spoke about it, and they met. Bygones be bygones. But do y'all believe this will have any kind of conflict come this season? Like, would this be anything that we need to keep an eye on? Would have any friction created in the locker room?
You want to go first, Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. They on opposite sides of the ball. I really don't think it'll matter too much. It is, I don't agree with him doing that weird ass shit, but again, it is his God given right to do what the fuck he want to do. He ain't got to do what Mike think he should do. But I think in the climate we live in, given everything we've seen over the last fucking 4, 5, 6 years of this nigga in office, it was a dumbass thing to do. But again, if that's what he believed, at least he's standing on business. I'd rather him be overt about the shit than be, behind the scenes with it. So I respect him for that. But Abdul play defense, he play offense. Now, if it was like a receiver or a left tackle that got to protect him or some shit, then I'd be concerned. But with Abdul playing defense and playing offense, I really don't think it's gonna matter that much any fucking way. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was refreshing coming from Mike, boy. Nick Bosa guy over there. But
I don't. You see, I didn't give a fuck about that either. Like that's his business, bro. I didn't agree with it, but again, it didn't change shit. The nigga won defensive player of the year, so
I'm,
again, that's his business.
I'm just messing, bro. I never asked you about that. I always was curious about what you thought about
I
that.
thought he was tweaking with that shit, but if you look at Nick Bosa as a human being, like as an individual person, if you ever watch like his interviews, bro, he's very like he's like stereotypical white boy, bro. Like he's very aloof to shit.
Oh no, I
Like
know.
he's
I done,
extremely tone deaf. He has no awareness of
I done heard
social
him talk.
spaces.
He
So
he
yeah,
he
bro is
definitely
a
was
bro is a frat boy at heart,
a
and,
black.
and it just is what it is. Like,
He definitely one of the ones. He lock your doors, clench your purchase, so you see a black man. Like,
hey, 100%.
but what you got, Breeze?
Before we take off, I do want to say this. Last year, the New York Football Giants, defensively, right?
Yeah,
They had all-pro defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns. They
yeah.
had Kayvon Thibodeau and
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Okereke on that defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that defensive unit.
They put a lot of money into that secondary too, man.
Now,
Javon Hall, the
let me,
corner for Knicks.
now check this out, T. Now I think with a defensive unit like that, I think complementary pieces should shine. Don't you think?
Yeah, Abdul Carter was terrible, bro. We know.
Don't you think the guy who literally had the fucking audacity to say, you know what, Lawrence Taylor, you go ahead, let me get that number up off you, big dog. I'm finna go out there and show him I'm the new Lawrence Taylor. And you go into the season and you produce 25 tackles, 4 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. What the fuck are you doing, Abdul Carter? You're worried about the wrong shit. You're literally worried about the wrong goddamn thing. You, bro, you're the guy who said, you know what, I'm Lawrence Taylor 2.0. I deserve that number. And you went out there, you went out there with a stacked defensive unit around you, and you were garbage. You were trash. Coming out of Penn State, you were supposed to be.
He did get better towards the end of the year, to be fair to him.
T.
But I agree. Though.
He was supposed to be Micah Parsons. He was supposed to be Michael Parsons 2.0, bro. Literally.
No, he was, for sure. I agree with that.
Literally, he was supposed to be, bro.
That's who he was being compared to. So I agree.
So I think right now, bro, him worried about Jackson Dart, who literally had a better rookie campaign than him. And Jackson Dart's position is harder to play than his. Literally. Because I'm not going to lie to you, bro. The Giants offense had shit. It had nothing. My bad. The dog he want to play. Go, Diamond. Go outside. Go.
So outside of Wandale Robinson having an emergency, you had nothing.
Bro, the Giants offense was Scatterboo got hurt. Malik Neighbors got hurt. And Jackson Dart, when it did better in his position with no help than what he did in his position with a stack room. This is my thing, bro. You need not to worry about what other people have going on. You have to live up to the number 2 overall pick, to what Micah Parsons is doing. To the fact that you really believe that you was Lawrence Taylor 2.0. Lawrence Taylor wouldn't put those stats up now. You put Lawrence Taylor in the league right now, I guarantee he's not putting up those stats, bro. Like cut the bullshit, bro. If a person wants to be a person, be who you are. I don't have to like you to be a teammate. I don't have to care about. We don't have to share the same political beliefs. But for you to go out there and lay an egg in your rookie season, granted, you're a rookie. But you have too much potential, too much promise, bro, to be going out there and doing shit like that. They are benching you. There are reports about you not taking the game serious. Like, come on, bro. I think his focus is in the wrong place, bro. Who gives a damn about what Donald Trump? Donald Trump ain't signing his paycheck. Donald
Mm.
Trump ain't going out there coordinating the defense. He needs to focus on the bigger picture, bro. I hate when shit like this happen, bro, because people try to look at it and people probably gonna say, "Oh, bro, you sticking up for Jackson Dart." No, I'm not sticking up for. I'm sticking up for, bro. Go ball.
Mm.
You in New York, go ball.
Right.
You was one of the ones coming out of Penn State, brother. Go ball. You got no excuses this year. Dexter Lawrence gone. You not finna be a rotational piece now. You're gonna be a full-time starter. They're gonna depend on you. Go ball. I know Jackson Dart gonna ball. Go ball. That's it. That's all I gotta say, brother.
Right. I agree, man. I don't listen. You feel however you want to feel. At the end of the day, this is business. This is not personal. Like I say this all the time, bro. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick won Super Bowls together, and they ain't even like each other. Like it's business, bro. Like you go down. I mean, Phil Jackson and Kobe, they didn't like each other. Won championships, bro. Like it's business. You feel me? Like it's at the end of the day, bro. You go out there, you do what you got to do because it's your literal job. You don't work like everyone you work with, bro. Oh well, boo hoo. You feel me? Like it's not your job, it's not your career, it's not your due diligence to go out and make sure everyone shares the same moral compass or beliefs you share. It doesn't matter. Like whether you agree or disagree, that's a whole nother story. But at the end of the day, bro, you got a job to do. And like how you said, Breeze, you were second overall pick. You were someone who was highly started coming out of college. You drew comparisons to some of the best in the league right now. You got to go out there. You got to do what you got to do, bro, to prove that and see you and earn your stripes and prove why you was taken as high as you was taken. Like it is what it is. And for me, I don't have an issue with Abdul Carter's comments towards Jackson Dart, but I take issue to the fact that he makes it personal. And I told y'all this before, like whenever a player makes something personal, that's or player, commentator, analyst, whoever, that's where you lose me because it's like, bro, it's not personal, it's business. You feel me? Like this is what people choose to do. This is what game we play. Like, hey, what his beliefs on the field is not the same or should have hold the same standard as his beliefs. What he do behind closed doors, that's on him. You feel me? Like that's his life to live. But at the end of the day, though, bro, I don't think it'll have much impact or bearing on the team. I was interested to see how it will unfold because I know both these guys are young. So we'll see how exactly that will go and play out in the favor of the team or whether or not someone will potentially be moved off from because of this. So we'll see. But with all that being said, man, y'all boys got anything else on the app before we get to the last segment?
Nah, I'm ready for it. Let's get to it, Bree.
All right, so I got one for y'all, man. I got a past versus present, man. Past versus present, current NFL running backs versus ones of the past. So we got some names here. A lot of guys who was some of the best we've seen. Some guys in the best in the league today. We'll see how y'all feel about it. So first one was we got up, man. I got CMC Christian McCaffrey versus Marshall Falk.
Mm.
Hmm. That boy starting off decent.
Yeah, we starting off with heat, brother.
Boy starting off like me out here, boy. I'm proud of you, boy.
All right, nah,
I know my answer. We'll go ahead, Breezy. Go explain yourself,
Mike, I
Pastor.
think we got to take feelings out.
Nah, ain't no feelings involved, Pastor. Go ahead though. Preach a good word.
I
They
think we
got
got
to
to take feelings out, man. And you know what time it is, brother.
Uh, it depends on what you say. If I
You
know
know,
what time it is.
I'm, and you know, I don't want you. I don't want you to feel like I'm just
Nah,
again.
listen, ain't no feelings involved. We took them out like you said. Ain't no feelings at all.
We rolling with Marshall Falk, man.
I disagree. No feelings involved. Only because I think what's name was a better. What's name can run the entire route tree. I think they both did the same thing. Both were versatile. Both could catch. Both could run. But I think CMC's ability to literally line up at receiver and run the route tree like a receiver gives him a slight edge, in my opinion. I could be wrong. That's just me though. No feelings involved.
I
okay.
mean, hey, I think the theory of evolution works in that favor, bro.
Agreed. That helps too. You right. You right about that
But
part.
but Marshall Falk a bad motherfucker, boy. And I
No,
ain't
he,
just
he,
saying,
he one of them ones. You not
and
going.
I
I
ain't
mean,
just
listen.
I ain't just saying that because he came from the Colts. I ain't just saying that, bro. But he
No, he one of them ones for sure. I'm not gonna bullshit him, but I give CMC the slight edge in my opinion.
T, you gonna have to be the tiebreaker, man. Cause I'm rolling with Marshall, dog.
I'm rolling with Marshall too.
Brother
I ain't
know
mad
ball.
at it. That's one
Brother
of them
know
ones
ball.
I ain't mad if you go the other way on for real. No feelings involved. I get it.
All right. So next guys I got up, man. I got Bijan Robinson
Mm,
first, Steven Jackson.
Bijan for sure. Steve was
yeah,
underrated for his time because the Rams was ass when he played. He was underrated overall, like all time. But it's Bijan for sure.
yeah, bro. Bijan is just. I think they need to make a position, bro. Like they have running backs and they have bro. Bijan is a utility back, bro. Him, CMC, bro. These niggas are just receivers playing running back, and like you
They
can't even
did.
just say you run.
They just football players, bro. Like you put
Like
them
them
niggas
niggas just like
anywhere and they just ball out, bro. That's what it
like
is.
you know how they like to say Steph is the greatest point guard or whatever. Now he's one of the greatest guards, bro. Like he's one of the most talented backs that we've ever seen, bro. Like that nigga is a fucking beast, bro. So we're gonna go Bijan, man.
Okay. Okay. No problem at all. Next two I got for y'all, man. I got Jameer Gibbs versus CJ2K himself, Chris Johnson.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie to you,
Is
bro.
that the son? Is that now? Is that the evolution? The son of?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Go ahead, Bella.
CJ2K did have one of the most prolific running back seasons ever.
You ain't
Yeah,
gonna get
more
no argument out of me.
than yeah, a lot of people forget he was that for like a couple years.
Hey, you look at the team he playing on. Wasn't nobody else but him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
so
and and right now, bro, we could say Gibbs on a crazy trajectory, and he was splitting carries, and he on the team with a wide receiver one and a wide receiver two and a
but don't
stacked
that
tight end
help
room.
get him off though, low key? No pause.
But
Like
that can
as far as
also hinder production, bro. That means he's making the
that's true.
most out of the little that he's getting. Because if you splitting carries and you got Amon
So
Ross St.
which one
Brown
is more
cracking over a
impressive,
thousand,
splitting the carries or being the only offensive weapon?
I'm,
Knowing teams know
I'm,
they got to stop you, and you still go
I'm
for
going
two bands.
at a prolific guy that's doing it by himself, personally.
Yeah, I think knowing everybody knowing we only game planning for you because ain't no receiver threats on this motherfucking team, and you still go for two bands. I'm gonna give you the nod.
now look, I can give CJ2K the nod for now. Cause
Fair.
I cause look, I didn't see Jameer Gibbs a whole season by himself as the do it all back, bro. He was
Now he
splitting
do it
carries.
this year, and we come back to this comparison next year. Then we'll switch it up.
Yeah, it's just that I give Gibbs a lot of credit because bro, he got JMO, he got St. Brown going crazy out there. The tight end room, they out there feasting. And Gibbs, like I said, Gibbs was splitting carries, bro. I think he had like 20 touchdowns last year, right?
I'm
Yeah,
not sure, but he definitely, like you said, he made the most of his carries regardless. So
so he saw a lot of touches more because the Montgomery wasn't even playing. But I mean, nonetheless, it's Jameer
Yeah,
Gibbs.
so right now, bro, we're gonna go CJ2K, bro.
CJ,
But we can always revisit this one.
yeah, by next year we might be having a different conversation.
Okay, all right, no problem at all, y'all. No problem at all. So next two I got for y'all, man. Let's see how y'all feel about this one, man. I got Devon A. Chain versus Reggie Bush.
That's the nigga son of brother. God damn.
If this was college,
But
bro,
see,
Reggie
Reggie
Bush
didn't
in a
do shit in
landslide.
the
If this was
league though.
college.
Like Reggie didn't really pop in the league like he should have. But I think Reggie was just in the wrong generation, bro. Reggie would have came out now, that nigga would be snapping. But then you had to be between the tackles every play, damn near. They didn't play him in the league and use him the way he was used at USC, and I think that was a detriment to his overall success. But just ability wise, it wasn't too many motherfuckers fucking with Reggie, bro.
So who you taking? Who you got?
Gotta go A chain, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Reggie production just went there in the league, unfortunately.
Okay.
See.
So next guys I got, man, I got JT Jonathan Taylor versus Beast Mode himself, Marshawn Lynch.
Shit.
Hey man, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let you handle this one, bro. Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna make niggas mad on my opinion. You go ahead, bro.
No, I mean, I'm not like I said, but I'm not mad at it. I do see Marshawn Lynch as more of the physical back, the more durable back. Um,
Yeah?
no, I do see him as more durable, bro.
Okay.
Bro, come on, bro. Jonathan Taylor,
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you. I'm letting you cook right now.
um, skill for skill. I do think Jonathan Taylor is the more skilled. Um, damn, man, niggas put me on the spot, man. It, I don't know, man. Y'all go ahead and pick, man, because y'all know
Man,
who I'm
I
rolling
got
with.
a pit, man. Got it.
Nah, it's one of your niggas and you can't pick. I
I'm
was about to
saying because
start off picking.
y'all know who I'm rolling with, bro. I'm rolling with the nigga who
I'm
gave me 10
agreeing with you
touchdowns.
though. That's the crazy. I don't disagree
So,
with you.
so y'all
I
I'm
think
taking
he's a more versatile player.
I'm rolling with the nigga that gave me 20 touchdowns, man.
so
I
y'all,
think he's more versatile than Marshawn, so I'm rolling with the versatility, bro. That's my personal opinion. I'm with you.
okay, so y'all taking JT. All right.
Who you taking, T?
I mean, personally, I'm taking,
Marshawn.
but you know,
He taking beast mode, dog.
I'm
Hey,
taking.
this is my last episode on here. I'm sick of T, man. I'm sick of this shit, dog. Sick of
Man,
niggas, man.
respect, bro. I love John, bro, but man, Marshawn Lynch, man, dog. But hey, next ones I got. This gonna be a toughie right here, man. I got Derrick Henry versus Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
Who was the two again?
Derrick Henry and
Henry
Adrian
and
Peterson.
AP.
Fuck. Okay.
Now,
Hey man.
hey, can we agree that the crazy part is Derrick Henry fumbling problems now are equal to what Adrian Peterson was having in his prime? Because AP in his prime did have a fumbling problem, bro.
Yeah, one MVP in it, motherfucker though,
Man,
bro.
Adrian Peterson, the best running back I've ever seen in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Don't lie, brother. Yeah, shit.
But
That
They
but
the same person to me, bro. Like,
but Derrick
fucking
is
insane.
Derrick, bro.
He is, bro. But shit, Henry fumbling that hole now too. So it's like if
I
we
Yeah,
watched.
cancel out the
now
fumbling problems, if we cancel out both fumbling problems, who's the better running back? It was AP, bro. And it's tough to say that because what Derrick Henry is doing is still fucking ridiculous. What he
it's
did last year, even though Saquon got all the highlights and shit, Derrick Henry had 1,900. So it's like the nigga wasn't far behind either.
So who y'all taking?
I gotta go with the nigga that won MVP, bro. It's close, but nah, that matter. Especially we know the MVP ain't shit but a QB award. So to win that shit is tough.
Okay, who you got, Breeze?
I mean, bro, I watched Derrick Henry fuck my Colts, bro.
We watched AP fuck the whole league. I'm
So
just saying.
you
We
taking
watched
Derrick?
that nigga go 150, 150, 200, 150. Like, come on, man.
I'm taking Derrick Henry,
Nigga
bro.
got in trouble for disciplining his own kid and came back and was fucking niggas up, bro.
I'm taking Derrick Henry, bro.
Nigga got in trouble for whooping his own kid, came back and fucked the whole league up, bro.
Taking Derrick Henry. I think it's Adrian Peterson. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even think it's really close.
I
I,
gotta roll. Gotta roll with Derrick Henry, bro.
watched Adrian Peterson drag the Vikings and Christian Ponder to the playoffs, bro.
Nah, yeah, nah, low key ain't. Now, hold on, no, wait though. Who worse, Christian Ponder or Ryan
I
Tannehill them
feel
years?
significantly better than Christian Ponder. I'm
What's
not.
significant if you had to rate it out of 10? Like, what we talking about?
Ryan Tannehill had top 15 kind of seasons. Christian Ponder was a bottom 5 starter, bro.
Fair enough, fair enough. You won't get an
Like,
argument out of me. Fair enough. I ain't on bullshit tonight, so I ain't finna be on controversy. You right, you got a point.
but all right. Next duo I got, man. We got two brothers, man. I got James Cook versus Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin. On Granny Smith cookies is Dalvin.
Man, Dalvin was a motherfucker when he was right, bro.
Hey man. Both healthy, I'm taking Dalvin, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Both from the bottom of the map, man. Who you taking, Breeze?
I'm taking Dalvin, bro.
Okay.
Real nigga, man. I swear we do so much better when them other niggas ain't on the pod, boy. Niggas is so much more in line. I love this shit, man.
That's crazy. Hey, last duo I got for y'all, man. See how y'all feel about this one, man. I got Saquon Barkley versus Miami legend himself, man. Ricky
I'm
Williams.
taking Ricky fuck Saquon, dead ass. Weed and all. Ricky was one of them ones, bro.
Look at Bree.
I'm forcing Breeze to take Saquon. That's why I did this shit. Go ahead and defend that nigga Saquon, Breeze. I done put niggas in the corner. Now you gotta defend them. Cause I know that's who you taking.
Who you picking, T?
I'm taking
Don't worry about T, man. Who you picking? No,
oh,
no.
that's all bias aside. I'm taking
Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Ricky was that boy, man, but at some point, bro, we just got to keep it real, bro.
All
yeah,
right, what
all
you
bias
taking Saquon?
taking Saquon.
Yeah,
All right,
we
cool. That's fair.
we rolling with Saquon, bro.
That's cool.
All right. Hey,
Look,
so
even my goddamn dog got pissed off because of that shit.
Hey, I just wanted to make you defend that nigga. That's all.
Man,
Job
fuck
done.
Saquon.
Job well done.
hey man. I love Ricky, man. Ricky was one of the best things I've ever seen watching, bro. But I just, man, Saquon Barkley, bro. I've been saying it for years,
If they
dog.
would have just let Ricky do his psychedelics in peace, bro, we wouldn't even have no problems, bro. Nigga probably would have played 15 years, average about 1,000 a year, smooth, chilling, bro. Should have let that
Had,
man rock in peace, bro.
had to be a conspiracy, bro, because ain't no way y'all bam that nigga for weed
Banned the nigga for being calm, bro.
And
Literally,
Lawrence
for
Taylor was
being
doing
calm.
crack.
No, crack, coke, shit. So was Michael Irvin. Like,
Lawrence
what the
Taylor,
fuck we talking about?
Lawrence Taylor was crazy. I mean, hell, even it was I forgot his name, bro. I remember they did a football life on him. The defensive end that played for the Raiders. Oh, I can't remember his name, but I remember they had testing him after he committed suicide, and I remember they drug tested him all. They had failed tests from like cocaine, weed, and stuff. I'm like, bro, like, but Ricky Williams and Josh Gordon are viewed as criminals and some of the scum on earth. Like, I'm like, bro, these niggas out here doing way worse shit. Shit was crazy. But hey, that'll be it for tonight, man. Appreciate
Hey,
y'all
before
tuning.
we leave real quick, let me ask y'all something real quick. What team y'all think has the greatest lineage of running backs before we end the show?
Hey, nigga need some research on that. I can't even
Off the
jump
top,
out the window on that.
off the top, I would have to say
Don't lie, brother. Niners up
I,
there, all bias aside.
Because you could say
I,
Niners, you could say Titans.
You
I
say
was say
Niners,
Colts,
Titans,
Titans.
Ravens. Now that Derrick Henry's over there, they had Jamal Williams before that.
I think the Lions got an argument too, though, because the
Who they
Lions
had
have,
other than Barry? Barry and Gibbs.
huh?
Who they had other than Barry and Gibbs now?
I mean, shit. Reggie Bush was there. Had some good
Yeah,
years.
that was tail end. That wasn't prime Reggie.
I'm saying
That
you
was
still.
boom. Reggie was ass by the time he got to Detroit. That wasn't good.
It was good, man. Man,
He was
he.
what you call it, serviceable. That nigga wasn't good.
I mean,
Eh.
hey, but
I
listen,
forgot the nigga even played there. That tell you all you need to know.
hey, I do think the Niners up there. I do think the Colts have an argument because you got JT Edgar James,
You got Marshall Faulk. You got Eric
Ball.
Dickerson.
Yeah, so it's like
Rams too. Rams got Falk,
Fuck the Rams, bitch
Jackson.
ass niggas. Fuck the
I
Rams.
listen, nigga. You know I hate them bitch ass niggas with anybody,
but
but
Rams up
shit.
there for sure because it's a lot of
Shit, Falk, Gurley, and Jackson is a hell of a trio.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of ways you could go, but I think just for argument's sake, if I had to choose one, I think the Rams is it though because they had a lot of
Fuck
guys.
them. Hell no. We going with somebody else.
They had a lot of.
Anybody else.
I ain't gonna lie because you talking about Pete Todd Gurley, Eric Dickerson,
Shit.
Marshall.
Peak Roger Craig, peak Frank Gore, peak CMC. Fuck the Rams.
I mean, it's not.
Randy Smith apples. Fuck them boys, man.
But yeah, I think I'll go with them. But I think we could definitely dive into that come Friday. But for those who forgot though, schedule did switch up, man. Shows will be on Monday and Friday now if you do not know that. But before we head out, man, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, man. Go hit that bell notification, be notified whenever we do go live. And you can also follow me on other social media platforms, man. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. Last Word Productions, the handle across the board. But before you head out, anything else y'all boys want to add?
Yeah, Cleveland, y'all sorry as hell. Y'all some hoes for real. Y'all embarrassed yourself. You might as well have let what's name at the conference finals if I was gonna show up and be bitches. That's all I got.
Crazy. You got something, Breeze?
Hey, Mike done said it all, man.
Facts. Should have let Detroit get hit if y'all was gonna play like hoes for real. At least we know the Knicks scared of Detroit shit. Bitch ass nigga.
Crazy. But all right, y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.